Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Pisces. You guys are looking at the energy you guys can expect walking into the month of March. So I'm going to go over this by the transits weekly, what you guys can expect to be feeling, possibly experience. And then I'm going to go over my channeled messages, okay? All right then, so March 1st, we have Sun in Pisces in your guys' first house, and it's sextiling Jupiter in Taurus in your third house. So the Sun and Jupiter were talking to each other on this day because we're already into, I don't know what day I'll be posting this, but this day already passed. So I don't know how this manifested for you guys. But I would say the Sun being in your first house, this is you guys shining. This is you guys being recognizable, definitely intuitive as hell, in touch with your body, in touch with yourself. But I would say that this should have been a lucky day. Well, the thing is, it's a sextile. So with sextiles, this is energy that you guys can tap into as long as you put work into it. So you would have had to do something in order to get this energy, is what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, it's just a transit that would be sitting here. Or it could have manifested by somebody else in your life. Because the Sun and Jupiter, these are positive, happy energies, right? When we think of this, the Sun rules Leo. This is happy, joy, confidence. And then when we think of Jupiter, we think of luck, we think of blessings, we think of expansion, like whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. And with a sextile, this is saying that if you put in the energy towards these planets, you're more than likely going to get the results you guys want. So when we're talking about the first house and the third house, there's something about you guys either communicating or putting yourself out there or shining within your local community, possibly. Or this could be like your siblings, this could be neighbors, cousins. I would also say definitely being able to understand something when it comes to knowledge, or being able to put that knowledge out there in some type of way. Because when I think of the sun, there's something being illuminated because the sun lights things up. And then with Jupiter, I think of the ninth house. There's some type of knowledge, wisdom, or spiritual wisdom to be gained. So I think there's some type of insight. There should have been some type of insight, or you guys were shining, maybe just feeling, no matter what, definitely feeling positive, maybe communicating words of positivity on that day. Okay. March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius is in your, hold on, 12th house, and it is squaring Uranus in your 3rd house. So how could this have manifested? So with Venus squaring Uranus in general, this is usually looked at as arguments with people we love. There's something sudden that happens abruptly. Usually it's an argument, okay? It could be a breakup. It could be, it doesn't mean it's definitive, but it could be an on-again, off-again type of situation. How else have I experienced this transit? Something oh yeah, because you guys have this in your 3rd house. You guys could have had truck issues. I have a truck. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I was going to say car maintenance issues. Sorry, guys. Because with Venus squaring Uranus, this is also looked at as having to spend money randomly, unexpectedly. You could also go shopping and then see something you like, and it's like you really shouldn't be doing this, but you end up doing it. Me personally, when Uranus is involved with a square, this is something happening that you didn't expect to happen. And Venus being in the 12th house, I would say that, yeah, it probably goes missing. And then whereas Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is in your 3rd house. So this could be short distance travels. This could be putting money towards something to do with your local community, maybe learning something, maybe whatever it is. I really want to say it's something to do with either spending your money abruptly, maybe too much, or getting into an argument with people you love. Saturn is also the original ruler of Aquarius, and it's in your 1st house. So yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said. Okay, so this could have also been spending money towards traveling for some type of trip in the future. All right, March 4th, Mercury in Pisces in your 1st house is sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 3rd house. Okay, so I like this energy. Again, it's a sextile, so this means you guys have to put energy into this to get something back. So with a sextile, as long as you put energy into it, you're more than likely going to get the results you wanted. It may not be exactly, but it should be within that, I would say, energy that you guys were hoping for, okay? Because the sextile, it's a positive aspect. It's something good, but some type of work is required on your guys' part in order to get this. So when it's Mercury, your thoughts, communication pattern, something to do with possibly writing. But since it's in your first house, the house itself, the body, you, and it's in Pisces, and it's talking to Uranus, intuition, downloads, a eureka moment, something happening suddenly. I really do see this as being able to either tap into something from a higher perspective that maybe you guys would normally have trouble seeing from a higher perspective, being able to understand a thought process or just see something from a higher point of view. Really being able to tap into that. And it may very well be about yourselves or about other people, okay? Because Pisces energy, obviously you guys more than likely are Pisces, but this is the collective, and you guys are good at tapping into other people's energy, okay? So where I feel like there's difficulty, and obviously this is generally speaking, so I hope you guys don't actually take it personal with what I'm about to say, but there is something about Pisces placements where there's something very intuitive with being able to tap into other people's energy, but there's difficulty tapping into their own energy. There's something to that. So yeah, I think this is in direct relation to you guys being able to tap into something, but it is talking to the third house. So this could be about how you guys communicate to your third house. This could be about are your boundaries, are you restricting yourself in some kind of way with people? Is this working out for you with your local community, or is it holding you back with how you try to communicate? There's something here in wanting to, I feel like, escape people. Because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and it's in your 12th house. Yeah. Okay. And then, wait, hold on one second. Mercury. Yeah, I think because Mercury rules your 7th house and your 4th house natally. Virgo, Mercury rules Virgo, and Mercury also rules Gemini. So there's something about you guys being able to tap into maybe how you guys communicate. Either there's something about how you guys hold yourselves back that you're going to be either learning about, in touch with, and it may hold whatever, like, you guys are holding yourselves back from, restricting yourselves, boundaries. I feel like it has something to do with the 4th and 7th house. Like you'll be learning how it affects, oh my God, affects these two houses. I should say there's the potential with that transit for you guys to see something there, because again, it's a sextile. Okay, let's just move on. March 8th, we have Mercury in Pisces, and it's conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 1st house. So I personally like this energy because, you know, so Neptune and Jupiter are your rulers, right? Because Jupiter's your original ruler for Pisces, and then later on it becomes Neptune. So technically you guys have 2. Or maybe you guys just consider Jupiter, I'm not too sure, but it would be Jupiter and Neptune. So with Neptune, this, depending how it's talking to other planets, it's either intuition or it's illusions, right? There's something going on. It's either it's either real or it's not, okay? It's either one. And the difficult part about this is that usually there's no evidence, or there's no evidence of it right away. But with some of the things there isn't evidence with, right? What's that line again? Hoped. Wait, there's hope for the things faith. I forgot the line. Hope in the things unseen. I forgot the line. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, when it's talking nicely to another planet, which it's doing right now with Mercury, it's conjunct, which means it's right next to it. It's like the positive neighbor, the good neighbor you want. You're vibing, you're getting along, you both are on the same page. It's like you guys are able to tap into your daydreams, the things you guys want to manifest into reality, and you're able to write them down. You're able to come up with a vision board, some type of actual plan, because Mercury is involved. This is your thoughts, communication pattern, or you guys are able to, I would say, articulate this energy, because usually this can be looked at as abstract, and it's hard to put into words. This is what Mercury and Pisces energy can look like, depending on, you know, how it's placed, what degree, what house. Sometimes not everybody has the same difficulties that the typical planet may have within that zodiac sign. So Mercury in Pisces talking to Neptune in Pisces, I see this as you guys having deep insight into your intuitive hits. This could be artistic visions. This could be poetry. This could be the dreams that you want to make a reality, and then being able to articulate that down on paper, or being able to draw, whatever it is, create music. There's something here that you guys are able to tap into that maybe normally you would have difficulty doing. This could potentially, because again, Mercury rules your 4th house and your 7th house, you guys could be daydreaming about other people and your home life. Or maybe you guys want to do something online or with people, and it could be maybe possibly at home, like not a typical office setting, but a home. The reason I'm saying this is whatever you're going to be in touch with about your dreams, it involves your 4th and 7th house, as well as your 12th house. So when I look at your 12th house, you basically have you have 11th house energy going on, which is the internet. You have Aquarius energy. You have Mars here, so there's some type of drive, being driven towards something. Venus, this is either something beautiful, something that could make you money, something that you genuinely love doing. And there's power here. You got Pluto. So whatever this is, it probably has something to do with this stellium that's going on in your 12th house right now. So you guys may be feeling down because something hasn't quite happened just yet for you guys that you may want to happen. And yeah, I would say, do you guys want to partner with somebody? The reason I'm asking is because Mars rules Aries. And this is your 2nd house, your wallet, the things you guys value, okay? And somehow this is connecting to the 7th house and the 4th house. So it's either there's something you're going to be dreaming about, like daydreaming about, that you guys either value, or for some of you, it's what you guys value out of life and how you guys can make it a reality. And then for some of you, it's going to be about work. Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio. This rules your 9th house. And Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio as well. And this is the 9th house. So definitely some of you are traveling or planning on traveling, no doubt. But what this is telling me is something about is everybody, I feel like everybody in the collective is like either considering going back to school, considering investing money into something, so like a career or a trade. There's something going on. That's so funny. So yeah, I'm going to say this is a possibility for some of you guys too. Some of you guys are thinking about going back to school and investing money into this. I think there's also a chance that some of you guys are also trying to figure out a plan, like training yourselves how to do something in regards to work. And I feel like it involves going online on the internet. Maybe this is what you guys want to do on the internet, is teach. Ninth house energy. Okay, let's move on. March 9th, Mars in Aquarius in your 12th house is squaring Uranus in Pisces. Ugh. Oh, why did this? Okay, they wrote it wrong. I'm sorry, and I keep repeating it wrong. Mars in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. So I don't like this energy. So how I look at astrology is set it and forget it. You should never be living by all of these transits. I think for the really super positive transits, you guys should, you know, save the date, quote unquote. But also for the hard transits, like the very difficult transits, I think you guys should be saving a date for that as well, because there's something to that. It helps you prepare, and it's kind of like if you guys have ever gotten a solar return reading, you get it a few months, you should anyway, I would suggest that, getting it a few months before your birthday. So this way you can be prepared for the energies you can be expecting for the year ahead. It's kind of like a transition, okay? I feel like the same applies for the really hard transits. My point is, with Mars squaring Uranus, this is a day where accidents can happen. You move too quickly, and then it's like you bump your elbow, you know, while walking, I don't know, down the stairs. You hit your head. You could be driving too fast. This is definitely one of those unexpected, unplanned moments where it's either you're arguing with somebody because it's happening in your third house, or it could be short distance travels. There's something here where there's like a disruption. And the thing is with astrology, squares and oppositions, this is like in your face, okay? This is like an energy that would be kind of hard not to either feel or experience. You know, trines, this is an easy energy. It's, you know, just a feel good energy. You can recognize it when you're just like, man, what a good day, you know? A sextile, it's like, you know, you put in work towards something and you got something. I feel like these may be, it depends how your life is in general. For some people, this may be their life every day. And then for some people, this may be their life every day. Oppositions and squares, where it's just tension, friction, and conflict. And the point of squares and oppositions is to build you, is to build your character, strengthen you. It's supposed to like put pressure on you to make you a better person, okay? It's how you should be looking at it that way. Otherwise, it's just, there's really no positive way to look at these two energies. My point is, with this square, you're going to be feeling uncomfortable this day. If you don't experience this energy manifesting out physically, I would say that this day could manifest in a bunch of phone calls, a bunch of text messages, a bunch of like interruptions. You could be conversating with somebody, and then all of a sudden somebody jumps into the conversation. And then it keeps happening over and over and over throughout the day. You see how like annoying that can be? I would say something like that. But, you know, Mars is in your 12th house. I don't know how you guys have been experiencing that one, but anytime Mars enters my 12th house, it's never good. It's literally like tails the fucking creep come out, and it's just awful energy. There's usually some annoying guy that wants to bother me, and he's doing it in a way that's fucking annoying, and you know, he's hiding pretty much, like, so I would say that this type of energy could unfold very similar in that sense, where it's like all of a sudden a hidden enemy comes out of nowhere, a fight comes out of nowhere. It's like you're walking down the hallway and then all of a sudden someone just pops out. Or like, what is it called? Jack in the Box. And then all of a sudden that thing comes out and scares you. So I would save that date for sure. All right. Let's see. March 9th, Sun in Pisces in the 1st house is sextiling Uranus in the 3rd house in Taurus. Okay, so I like this energy because to me, this is being able to see the light, being able to get a eureka moment. There's some type of like mental stimulation, like you are able to understand something, again, very similar to the other transit we just spoke about, from a higher perspective. Think of like a lightning bolt coming down, and except it wouldn't be manifested in the typical way. You would die if it hit you, right? But think about this being like seeing things from a higher perspective, getting messages from spirit, being able to understand something from a higher point of view. So this way you can feel happier, can feel better. And it's like you're able to see that, you're able to get that. It's kind of like when we're doing work on ourselves and we get to that point of the story where we think about how we were raised and how we grew up. And when we realize, or at least for some of us knew all along, but some of us didn't realize that when we were growing up, things were, our family wasn't how we thought. And then like maybe our parents weren't the superheroes after all. Maybe they weren't as great as we thought. And then we go through this phase where it's like we're angry and we're sad and we're depressed about it because it's like everything has changed now. Our memories have changed and the storyline has changed. Well, we have to change that because we can't stay stagnant in that type of energy, because that's not true either. There's something false about that. So you have to get out of that and you have to see things from a higher point of view. Why were my parents that way? Because obviously they wouldn't want to intentionally be hurtful. They wouldn't intentionally want to be neglectful. So, well, why? So when you get this lightning bolt, you're able to see things higher. You're able to then see, well, how are they raised? What did they get? And what didn't they get? And how did this affect them in their storyline? How did their life play out? Was it good to them, or was life not good to them? And that doesn't change anything, but at the end of the day, that to me is a choice through free will, right? This could be looked at as a sextile. I would be choosing to see things from a higher perspective because I want to be happy, the sun. And staying complacent in realizing something dark and negative doesn't make me happy. And there's something also about not seeing the full truth to that, right? So yeah, you want to embody that sun energy and you want to embody Uranus energy. And I think because it's in your 3rd house, your local community, communication, learning, neighbors, siblings, cousins, and you guys are supposed to be the sun. There's something here about either you guys expressing yourselves clearly, or you guys are able to understand others clearly, more clearly, okay? But it's if you choose to. That's how I look at it, at least. Okay, so March 9th. Okay, so that same day, we have Mercury leaving Pisces in your first house, and it's entering Aries in your second house. Okay, so me personally, I feel like if you look this energy up, it doesn't have much positive things to say. However, I'm going to tell you there are positive things, a lot of positive things to this. So because it's coming from Pisces, which is intuitive energy, and Mercury rules thoughts, communication, writing, there's something about this that is extremely intuitive, okay? It's, in my opinion, very on point with what it's seeing. And then the issue here is it's passionate and inspired enough to talk about what it's seeing right that second, okay? This is why with this type of energy, or Aries energy in general, this would be looked at as the Fool in Tarot, because it knows something intuitively, like this is the right direction to go in. And it either works out or it doesn't, but it's going to take that leap of faith regardless. And when it doesn't work out and they try something else, because Aries energy is going to try again, the reason they're going to try again is because they're coming from Pisces energy. They know that they're on to something, okay? But what they're tapping into is, I would say, the correct maybe category, and maybe the subcategory they were off. And they were off because they moved too quickly. This is the issue with Mercury and Aries. It moves too quickly. Otherwise, it's a very intuitive and smart energy. Nobody can tell me different. The reason it gets a bad rap is because it talks too quick, it thinks too quick, and it acts too quick. If it were to slow down, it's I'm telling you guys, it's on point. So my point to telling you the intuitive part and seeing things like as they are, you guys will definitely be acting passionately. So if you guys, for example, see a bunch of bullshit, you guys are going to want to call people out. And you guys may be on point with that and accurate. But my suggestion to you guys would be to think before you talk. Because usually this leads into arguments when you see something and you act in that moment, okay? But I would say whatever thoughts you guys are getting during this time, whatever new direction you guys want to tap into during this time, I would say there's something to this. And since it's in your second house, there's something about what you guys value. Possibly it connects to, excuse me, your wallet, obviously, your money. But it's something you guys are going to feel passionate about, that you guys value at the end of the day. Okay, March 10th, there's a new moon in Pisces in your first house, and it's in 20 degrees, which is a Scorpio degree. So the first thing, we're gonna do a few things to figure out what the new moon could be about, like what you guys could be manifesting, what could be going on possibly in your mind during this time. Right off the bat, there's something that comes to my mind is transforming something about you guys. This could be, I'm gonna say, I feel like it has to do with communication. The reason is it's gonna take on this new moon energy, first house energy, which is talking about you guys. It's gonna be you. It could be about your body. It could be about your personality. It's just picture you walking into a room and there you are, okay? It's going to manifest with that type of energy. Now, it's in 20 degrees, which is Scorpio energy, 8th house energy. So this talks about manifesting. This talks about magic. This talks about transformation. So you guys have Scorpio in your 9th house, And you guys have Libra in your 8th house. Okay. And then Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in your 12th house. So what could this be about? What could you guys be manifesting? I'm going to say because Mercury entered Aries the day before. And this is talking about how you guys communicate as well. And because it's in Aries, this talks about the self. And Mercury is your thoughts, communication pattern, writing. Your thoughts will definitely be on how you guys either make your money, because this can also be Scorpio energy too. Scorpio is very connected to money. This could be, oh, for some of you, I'm sorry, this is random, but definitely for those of you that are traveling, you guys spending money on traveling. That was random though. But for the rest of you with this manifesting, with the 20 degrees, hold on one second. I just had it. Hold on. I want to say this right. Okay, I got it. I remember now. You guys may want to manifest making money off the internet, because Pluto and Mars are going to be in Aquarius while this new moon is happening. That's something that's definitely possible for some of you guys. And then I think for some of you, there's definitely this energy of wanting to transform internally, not physically, like outward, but internally. This could be more like on a spiritual level, like wanting to feel good. And because the South Node is here in Libra, this tells me that because you guys have Libra natally in your 8th house, you guys are definitely I'm trying to think of how to phrase it, but I'm just going to be straightforward. I would say one way that this would manifest is trying to please other people. So since the South Node is here, you're supposed to get away from this energy during this time, right? During North Node being in Aries, you guys are supposed to be going after what your heart desires in regards to what you guys value. And or for some of you, it's your wallet, increasing your money, doing whatever it is you guys want to do when it comes to how you guys make your money. So I do think that there's something with the Scorpio energy that you guys are going to be manifesting when it comes to either becoming spiritual or learning, because Mercury is in your 2nd house, about spirituality in order to feel good internally. But I do think for some of you, what you guys will be manifesting is possibly how to communicate more openly to your community. Because Jupiter's your original ruler, right? And it's in your 3rd house. And the new moon is happening in Pisces. So where's the ruler? It's in your 3rd house, and it's also in your 1st house. So you guys are manifesting something about 1000% about your guys' self. But what exactly? I do believe it's talking about how you guys expand on words, how and how you guys want to transform this. Definitely looking at this further regarding making your money. If I look into it even deeper than that, because Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius, it rules your 10th house. This is definitely talking about making money differently. It's definitely talking about your career for some of you. Maybe some of you really do want to partner up with another person. You guys may not want to do it alone. And at the end of the day, whatever you guys are manifesting, I believe you're going to keep it to yourselves. It's going to be private. Okay, so March 10th, that same day, we have Mercury in Aries, and it's sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, so we have Mercury in Aries in your second house, sextiling Pluto in Aquarius in your 12th house. Okay, so this tells me right away transformation of the mind, being your own therapist. Because again, it's a sextile, and this is talking about an action. So you guys will be able to see some type of shadow when it comes to how you guys communicate. That needs to change, that needs to leave, and you guys have the power to do that during this type of transit. Because as we get older, we have difficulty changing, right? Well, with this aspect, it's like you guys will be able to see something about yourselves and then be able to work on it. I don't think it'll be easy though. A sextile, it's funny because no, I'm going to take that back. Sextile is not difficult. I take it back. Venus enters Pisces March 11th. Okay, so Venus is leaving your 12th house and she's entering your first house. Nice. So this type of energy, to me, this is speaking of definitely being attractive. People are going to be more so attracted to you guys during this time. So because this is a watery placement and we're talking about love, and, you know, being attractive to other people, I would say don't get lost in the sauce. Wait. Oh, God. Kylo. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I meant don't get lost in the sauce. Sorry. Anyway, okay, so Venus enters Pisces. I want to see something for a second. Venus is in your first house. This is definitely that energy. I think more so because it's in your first house, where intuition, you need to really be careful. It's not illusions. Like it's you guys are on point with who you're attracting into your life during this time. If you guys are dating, if you guys are entering a new relationship, things of that nature. Wait, Venus rules your guys' third house and your 8th house. Definitely be clear on your communication during this time, like what it is you guys are looking for, because this is going to amplify your 8th house and your 3rd house. And the 8th house can talk about, this could talk about sex. People could get the wrong idea with this type of energy. Okay. So just make sure your intentions are clear with that Pisces energy. There's no confusion. Yep. Okay. March 17th, we have Sun in Pisces in your first house, and it's conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your first house. So when the Sun and Neptune are talking to each other nicely, I look at this as being able to see something clearly, being in touch with spirit, being in touch with your intuition. If you're having any type of creative blockages, this would be the day where you're able to, you know, have confidence and be able to see that vision through, whatever that means to you guys. I do think this is a dreamlike type of energy, but I think there's something very real about it because the sun is here and it's talking nicely to Neptune. So picture like a room full of, you know, clouds, fog, and then somebody, you know, turns on the light. Okay. So even though the clouds and the fog are still there in the room, you're able to see a little bit more clearly with this aspect. So I don't think it's bad. I do think it's something positive. But I think, again, it's in the first house. So it's something about you guys that you guys will be able to see more clearly. I think, honestly, during Pisces season, to me, this makes sense that you guys would be in touch with the self. Like, you guys are literally being able to, you know, get in touch with yourself for the highest good. What's healthy, what's not healthy, because the sun rules Leo and you guys have Leo in your 6th house. You know, if there's any unhealthy habits, I think you guys will be able to see that during that time. If it has to do with, let's say, your communication style, maybe you guys will tap into that. I don't think it's necessarily just health, oh my God, health, but I think there's a good chance it may be about your 6th house, the house of healing as well, your daily regimens, literally work from the minute your alarm clock goes off, on the way to work, on the way back home, and everything you have to do to get ready for bed. All of that is work. And I think it also, you may be tapping into 3rd house energy as well, because Jupiter's here, original ruler of Pisces. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys will be able to see something, and whatever it is you see, it's like you're intentionally being shown this about yourself so you can take charge. Okay, March 19th, Sun enters Aries. Okay, so Sun leaves your 1st house and it's entering your 2nd house. Yes, whatever it is you guys see, whatever it is you guys tap into, it's like these things are making you guys realize, what do you guys value? So now that you saw these things, felt these things about yourself, saw these issues, these problems, how do you guys want to go about it? Whether it's problems at work, do you guys not communicate clearly at work? Do you guys not put yourself out there? Do you guys not apply for the jobs you guys want? Are you having issues with friends? Are you guys holding yourselves back, not going out when they invite you? There's something here you guys will be able to see. And then based off of that, there should be some type of action, because Aries is action. You may be having difficulty physically acting since Mars is in the 12th house. March 21st, Sun. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't even talk about this. So Sun in your 2nd house, definitely lighting up the things you guys value. You guys will be able to see this clearly, especially with Mercury here. You guys will be able to come up with some type of plan that requires action in order to either be in touch with the things you guys really value and want, or how to get these things. It's definitely related to that. Yeah. Okay, March 21st, Sun in Aries is sextiling Pluto and Aquarius in your 12th house. Okay, again, this is with free will because it's a sextile. You guys can let something shed that doesn't belong in your life anymore. I think it's more so a mindset, maybe a personality trait, something that is kind of holding you back in some type of way. And you guys will be able to see this. Now, whatever this is, it definitely correlates with your ego, but the part of your ego that just doesn't resonate with you guys anymore, but you guys may have difficulty seeing this because it's been a part of you for so long. But when the sun is talking to Pluto, Pluto is forcing you guys to see something about that energy that is just not fully authentic, I want to say. It's not as authentic as you believe it to be. So since the sun is in your second house, transiting in your second house, I'm going to say you may realize that there's something you no longer value anymore, but you believe you do. And then you may have this moment where it could be just a random thought and you're like, yeah, I really don't want to do that. And then all of a sudden your mind is like, wait, why don't I want to do that? I always like doing that. And then it spirals into another thought and you're like, oh my God, do I not like this anymore? Now that I think about it, I haven't been doing, you know, whatever this is for X amount of time. You know, that's how this can look like. And then it's like you would dive deeper with a sextile, or you would just cut it short and be like, yeah, you know what, this is too much. I don't want to think anymore, you know? That's what most people do. March 21st, Venus in Pisces in your first house is conjunct Saturn in Pisces in your first house. Okay. I like these two energies. I like when Venus and Saturn are together in a nice way. Basically, this is telling me there's something here about stability, longevity, something is worth investing into when it comes to your first house, okay? It could be about money. It could be about romance. It could be about artistic endeavors, anything Venus-like. And then as long as you commit to this, whatever this is, you add in structure, something that is, you know, mature, right? To make it worthwhile, this is a good energy because it's not a square, which means if it were a relationship this were about, this could be a breakup. This could be an on-again, off-again relationship. Saturn squaring Venus is talking about being able to get true love later on in life after you've had several breakups or a lot of breakups. Depends what's going on in a chart. But obviously you can think of like how much heartbreak and time goes into that with Saturn, the Lord of time, the Lord of karma. And just think about being told like this is not going to come until later on in life. You know, like that's sad. This is not that. This is literally Saturn, the old man, the father. Oh God, I don't want to put it that way. Let's reword this. Hold on. This is Saturn, a wiser man linking up with a beautiful Venetian woman, okay? And he's doing it because he knows this woman is worth value. He doesn't just see something he likes because there's lust there. Like, no, this isn't like 8th house energy. Lilith isn't involved. Like, there's no stupid shit going on. He sees something of value with her. And Venus sees the same thing with Saturn. She sees loyalty. She sees longevity. She sees a relationship of some kind because they're getting along and they're sitting next to each other. Now, the reason you may hear negative things about this transit is because they don't always feel positive when they're working together. If you think about it, right? Like they do, but they don't. And the reason they wouldn't is because think of it this way. Like if Venus wants to spend money on things that make her feel comfortable. She wants to spend money on the things she wants to spend money on. She wants to go shopping. And obviously apply common sense. It depends what sign you guys have Venus in. But generally speaking, this is what Venus does. This is what makes us feel good in our chart. Okay, this is what we want to invest into. And she likes beautiful things. She likes pretty things. She likes money, okay? Now Saturn is older, okay? And he's supposed to be wiser. And he sees this in Venus, everything I just said. And if she says something like, why do we have to save our money right now? You know, why don't we just go out to dinner tonight? He would be instantly annoyed with Venus. He would be like, what? Didn't we just agree that we're going to be saving for a house? If we want the house 10 years from now, how are we going to do it if we keep going out every night, Jill? You know, and then she'll be like, oh my gosh, Saturn, I was just saying, why don't we just go out tonight? And then Saturn would literally be annoyed with this energy because it goes against his energy, what he believes in. Like, he literally doesn't logically understand it because to him, this isn't logical. This is like a girl dancing in the, you know, the meadows, the fields. Like, it's la la land to him, because he's created a budget. He's strategic about it. He's being smart and diligent. And Venus just wants what Venus wants. But then, you know, she then realizes Saturn is right. Like, we do have to be, there needs to be stability here. How are we going to get that house 10 years from now if, you know, I want to go out to dinner, I don't know, every night, whatever the example was. So that's where the friction can be, because they're both literally from two different planets that want two different things, but yet they actually do want the same things at the end of the day. They just go about it differently, okay? So there can be this uncomfortable energy, but they're both striving for the same thing. So I think whatever this is talking about for you guys in the first house, it's going to be worth it. So this could be you guys taking the time to either be nice to people. Let's say if you guys, I don't know, have resting bitch face. Let's say you guys have it, I don't know. Then it would be worth it in the future if you guys start smiling now. You start acting Venetian, okay? Or if you guys don't do your hair and your makeup, it would be worth it to invest money into this in some type of way, or act the part that you guys are, some of you are going for with work. There's something here about investing money into, and it involves you guys, literally you, either your body, yourself, maybe it's something spiritual, to make you feel good, your body feel good, but there's something here, that will make you, feel beautiful, something like that. It may make you communicate in a better way, and it will definitely internally make you guys feel good. And somehow it's going to help you guys. For those of you that are going for something on the internet, it will help you guys on the internet. And I know that sounds like there's going to be some of you guys that are like, that are going to take that message the wrong way. Like, basically invest in yourself to look better. But I got to be honest with you guys. Some people have this in their chart. Like, I can't remember because I still haven't done Britney Spears, like her chart just in general. I did her chart for one specific thing, but I feel like I have the same thing as her going on in the first house where there's literally, it depends what you have in the first house and what planets it's talking to. But when you have something here with Venus, so it's usually a rising Libra thing, you are supposed to literally take care of yourself aesthetically. Like, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like hearing that, but it is what it is. Like, there's something about that. It could be karmically from a past life. There's a reason for it. I don't know. I haven't like channeled it or looked into it, but some people really are supposed to put work and effort into their physical appearance, because it really will attract things into their life. And yes, it still would be authentic. It still would be real, okay? Not everybody is meant to understand everybody else's journey, but this is the transit that you guys have going on in your first house, and there's something to be said about that. So if you guys don't feel like it's something physically, like aesthetic, then I'm going to say it's something internally and spiritually. Okay. March 22nd. Oh, my point with Britney Spears. I'm sorry. I didn't finish that thought. She's definitely someone that she's supposed to with her chart. Supposed to. What I mean, I'm almost positive with her chart, karmically speaking, she's supposed to take pride in herself, like put the work into her face, her hair. And if she doesn't, like, it's going to show, like, we're all going to see it. And then it's like most of us will judge her for that. And unfortunately, you really can't say that that's the same thing for everybody in this world. There's a lot of people that look beautiful naturally, or there's a lot of people that look fine regardless if they don't put work into themselves or they do, you know? So some people just need to work harder at it, and if they don't, then it's like they're gonna be more ridiculed, judged, and all that. Anyway, let's see. March 22nd, Mars enters Pisces. Okay, so Mars is leaving your 12th house, thank goodness. And Mars enters your first house in Pisces. Okay, so you guys are going to be driven towards whatever you guys are going for, because everybody has different storylines. But whatever it is, you guys are going to have the energy and the willpower. I don't think you guys had physical energy while Mars was in your 12th house. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, and it's funny too, because Mars in Aquarius talks about being driven, competitive, but I feel like this probably manifested for you guys with other people being competitive or driven to, like, against you guys. I don't know. You'd have to let me know. I am curious. But yeah, anyway, if you guys did feel like you didn't have enough energy, physical energy, I feel like this is going to be given back to you guys. So my recommendation, though, because it's going to be in your first house, you got, especially with Mercury being in Aries, I would just definitely tread lightly when it comes to communicating, because I feel like some of you already have something going on with talking, because I feel like this can lead to fights when you have Mars in the first house. Depends how it's placed and what planets it's talking to. But Mars is the ruler of Aries, and you guys already have Mercury here. So I think this is going to manifest you guys just being driven and working hard towards whatever it is you guys want. And going after it. But I think some of you definitely could potentially be arguing with, if you guys are dating, because Mercury rules your 4th house and your 7th house. And Mars rules Scorpio, original ruler. It's your 9th house and your 2nd house. And I do feel like, as intuitive as Pisces energy can be, I can't agree when Mars is there, because I feel like there is, when it comes to action, when it comes to being driven and motivated and moving, like physical movement, I feel like it gets choked up or held up, and it's walking or trying to walk through the fog, and it can't really see ahead. And I don't think necessarily like there is this intuitive guide guiding Mars in Pisces. I don't know. So I would just say be careful with this one. Tread lightly, I would say. March 24th, we have Venus in Pisces in your 1st house, and it's sextiling Jupiter in your 3rd house in Taurus. Okay, so again, I like this. I think this is like a lucky, go happy energy, very similar to the sun talking to Jupiter, except it's Venus. So I think you guys will be able to tap into this energy in regards to being lucky when it comes to love, when it comes to third house communication, learning. Yeah, I do want to say investing money in something, putting money into something. I do. You could get some type of opportunity here. But more so, I'm looking at this as like positivity when it comes to words. Could be something with work. Because again, Jupiter rules 10th house for you guys, Sagittarius. And Venus can rule money. It's one way it could manifest. And it's talking to Jupiter. Okay. All right, March 25th, you guys have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. So what is this about? Full moon lunar eclipse. Okay. And it's in 5 degrees. Okay. So what happened during the solar eclipse? Sorry, I had to think about that one. The Libra solar eclipse on October 14th for you guys. What were you guys doing? Was there a theme that played out? Something's happening that's very similar that will be illuminated for you guys that can help you come to light, see something about yourselves when it comes to expression. What do you guys keep hidden when it comes to expressing your Venus energy, your sun energy, like your real authentic self? And I feel like with your 5th house, it's in Cancer. So I want to say this connects with emotions. So again, you guys have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, and it's in your 8th house, okay? So with full moons, in my opinion, something you guys will be able to see something visibly. I feel like this is usually how it manifests for me, so I wonder if this is how it manifests for you guys. For you guys, this may manifest internally, like you guys may like have a thought process or no, I don't care that's in the 8th house. No, full moon, lunar eclipse. Let's get back to it. Usually this illuminates something that needs to be looked at. Something needs work. Something needs to be changed. Something needs to leave your life. All of these things connect to trying to help you out, trying to help you get prepared for, I would say, the new moon. So you guys can manifest something new and better in your life that resonates more with who you guys are, something that's more in line with your frequency. So the fact that something is being illuminated that connects back to October 14th, Libra solar eclipse, something is being illuminated that happened during that time that needs to be worked on, that needs to be changed, that needs to leave your life, something of that sort. And to me, I would look at Venus. Where is Venus transiting during this time? Because Venus rules Libra. And you guys have Venus in your 1st house. So it's talking about you guys, the self, the body. And then it's also happening in your 8th house, like the actual full moon. This can talk about, there could be a few things. It could be sex. So for some of you, I would say, if you guys were maybe sleeping with people, but maybe you actually had feelings for these people and you weren't expressing it, that's what would be illuminated during this time. Like, okay, this isn't working out for me. This needs to end because I actually feel this way, and this person maybe doesn't feel this way. And next time I won't get myself into this situation because I will express myself more clearly. That's one way this can manifest, because 5 degrees is talking about Leo energy. So I would look at the 5th house. You guys have this in Cancer. Okay, so I think right away, your emotions, your feelings could be connected to the past. That could be a thing too. But where is the sun, the ruler of Leo? It's in your 2nd house. Yes, 1000%. What will be illuminated? What do you guys value? And are you guys getting that? And if not, it has something to do with how you guys express yourselves or how you guys don't express yourselves. What would work best for you? What's healthier for you guys? Leo is in your 6th house, your house of health, healing, everyday routine, regimen, work, whatever. So yeah, and the fact that it's all happening in the 8th house, your internal world, or the things that are going on behind your back, the things you cannot see but you feel. And the fact that the South Node is here in the 8th house, there's something about stepping away from this energy. Stepping away from this energy and going towards, I want to say, the light, the things you guys value, and expressing these things, right? Because you guys have Mercury here in Aries as well. So there's something to be said about that. Yep, no, I'm going to stick to it. Again, Jupiter, your ruler, is in the 3rd house. 3rd house of communication. Neptune, your ruler, is in the 1st house. There's something about expression going on here. All right, March 28th, Venus in Pisces in your 1st house, sextiling Uranus in your 3rd house. Okay, so yeah, definitely some type of eureka moment in regards to love, in regards to money, in regards to seeing something from a higher perspective about yourself or others. And it has to do with either seeing somebody like in an unconditional love type of way, like unconditionally. You're able to see either friends, like people you love, and you're able to have unconditional love for them. I'm just going to stop talking. You're able to see something from a higher perspective. It could be through talking, okay? And I feel like it relates with this full moon energy. Okay, March 29th, Pallas Athena goes retrograde in your 10th house in Sagittarius. Okay, so Pallas Athena, this is Mars's sister in Greek mythology. This is the strategy, okay? So whatever you guys are trying to do, whatever you guys are working towards, whatever you guys want to manifest, this is the energy you guys always want to look towards, is Pallas Athena, because Pallas Athena will help take you there, okay? But she's going in retrograde at the end of the month, so things will be slowed down in regards to a strategy, okay? And it has to do with either how you guys appear or trying to change your job, trying to change how you guys communicate to get a job, trying to change, trying to learn in order to look better, do better, something like this. You're trying to transform and change something, and there's a slowdown with it towards the end. And the March 31st, Vesta is leaving Gemini in your 4th house and enters Cancer in your 5th house. So Vesta is that flame, that spiritual flame that just cannot die. It's something we feel very passionate about. So I think you guys will feel very passionate literally the last day of March, maybe a day or two before, about romance, having fun, shining, acting like a child, expressing your inner child, maybe expressing your emotions. Maybe this is what some of you are trying to do, to put yourselves out there, trying to balance out that Saturn energy in your first house. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Oh wait, there was something I thought was really cool about the full moon lunar eclipse. So Monday, March 25th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon will still appear full the night before and after its peak to the casual stargazer. March's full moon is also known as the worm moon, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, and that supposedly refers to the emergence of earthworms. I thought that was cool. All right, so anyway, so to wrap it up for you guys for the month of March, what do I think you guys can expect? You guys all definitely have different storylines playing out, but there's something here about definitely transforming your mind. But more specifically, for some of you, it's going to be how you guys communicate. For some of you, it's going to be how you can put yourself out there on the internet. For some of you, it's how you guys can, I feel like, come into power is what I want to say. You guys may want either a business or a leadership position where you guys actually feel like, you know, like Pluto. I call Pluto boss energy if it's used in a evolved way, in a higher way, because it's extremely magnetic. It's extremely powerful. You can get a room to listen to you, but you don't want to be manipulative with this energy. You don't want to abuse this energy. So I think there's something with this transiting in your 12th house that you guys are trying to tap into. There's definitely some emphasis on you guys trying to change up your wallet, increase your money. You guys are definitely feeling driven towards this, but at the same time, hurting in some type of way, like your ego may be hurting, probably has been hurting, right? Because Chiron's been transiting here for a while now in that second house. So, but with the Mercury and Sun transiting here, I think you guys are definitely getting some type of insight in order to change this for the better. So for those of you where this is about money, that's what that would be about. For those of you where this is about relationships, this is talking about, with that full moon illuminating this, that you guys value communicating more clearly. And I would say that if any healing needs to take place in the month of March, you guys should tap into this 11th house energy with Capricorn and look to Ceres. Ceres is that asteroid that talks about healing and nurturing. So if you guys do traditional like things, for example, Capricorn things, like I would say, I think of a schedule, which I know is like Virgo, 6th house energy. But, you know, if you join the gym, make sure you go at that specific time, those specific days. Those things can be very healing for you. And they could be healing for you if you go with friends. They could be healing for you. It could be healing for you to join some type of spiritual community online. It could be healing for you guys to learn about maybe taboo-like things or spiritual things in a more traditional way, in a more formal way, in a more practical way, okay? So I know with like my Capricorn placements, I have a lot of difficulty with astrology and psychic stuff and tarot. And I feel so stupid for saying this out loud, but I'm being honest saying this. And the way I try to allow myself to tap into feeling more comfortable, because I am a psychic. I am good at this stuff, but that Capricorn energy can be mean sometimes, even to ourselves. You know, each zodiac sign has its pros and cons, and sometimes Capricorn energy can just be harsh sometimes. So anyway, my point is that what I feel like helps me, because I feel like some of you guys are trying to learn something as well. What's healing to me about this stuff is bringing science into it, you know, figuring out ways where it actually makes sense to me, and making it, making like the impossible possible. So I feel like if you guys are able to do that, you can find this in a more old school way, then this could be healing for you guys too. Doing like old things, but in a newer way, can be healing. And yes, that does make sense. Okay, guys, that's really all I got for you. I hope it helps. All right, bye. Okay, so my channeled messages. So the first week of March, I don't know if you guys are actually communicating this energy with others because of how it's coming through, but I do see you guys as being angry or annoyed with several people. You may not be saying anything, but you're definitely feeling some kind of way. I feel like you guys are in agony about something. I see you guys as being popular, or just a lot of people wanting access to you and your energy, and you blocking people at this time. I see you guys as being able to see people and know things about them. There's something about weeding out the good people from the people you know. Like you're picking and choosing the people you want to have in your life or close to you. Second week of March, having difficulty with spiritual knowledge you receive, which connects to your inner child and how it affects you from moving forward. Moving towards a straight path or on a straight path is difficult at this time. I see you guys trying to stay grounded with a higher perspective, or trying to see something from a higher point of view. Whatever this is, it has Virgo healing energy, unconditional love. I see a lot of light, so the sun, and I do see Virgin Mary. So sorry, I'm not trying to like bring religion into it, but this is what I see. So you can change it, you know, how it resonates, but that's what I saw. I then see Saturn, and I see two old clocks and someone between these two clocks. And this person is aiming at you, trying to hurt you guys. So this is either how you guys feel about what Saturn is doing to you guys, or you guys believe someone is trying to hurt you, or that waiting on something is painful. Third week of March, I'm picking up on opposition energy. Go Kyla, just get the hell out of here. Sorry guys, sorry. This little boy will not leave me alone. So anyway, third week of March, I'm picking up on opposition energy. You guys may be angry at fate or whatever you believe in, feeling like it's hurting you or not helping you. You may feel like Saturn is blocking you from having fun with others. This is how I'm seeing it. Like you can't express your thoughts you have, but you need to keep your mind to yourself. And by doing this, it holds you back from having fun. There is a split between who you really are and how you express your Leo energy. So the sun, there's a separation happening, shedding of the ego. It's interesting because you guys hold back your Leo energy in your mind when it comes to childlike expression, having fun. And because of this, it manifests outward into something that's really not you. Maybe show off energy or just thinking highly of yourself. And then the last week of March. There's something about being able to reflect on a possible future of yours and how you may be doing something for an audience. So you guys may be speaking or acting a certain way because this is what people expect of you. And so when you do this, you get their approval and you recognize this. There's something about choosing the future you want and seeing two paths and how these both connect to the past, and only one of these paths make it to your future. And I'm picking up on that you choose to change your energy towards more Cancer energy and not so much Leo energy, as in you need to do what's true to you and not doing things for others or because it looks a certain way. There's something about the future you guys want and being in touch with something that doesn't currently make you happy. And it's because it doesn't make you feel like home. It just doesn't resonate with you, or it's just not what your intuition is telling you. So I just want to look at your chart really quick. So, oh, with Cancer in the 5th house and Vesta being there, probably transiting, going in that house, and the North Node in your 2nd house in Aries. What is true to you guys? Self-expression, the sun being there. It's exalted there. Okay, so that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. All right, I hope it resonates, guys. Let me know if any of these things end up actually like resonating with you guys in some type of way. Bye.